Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode with me, Baelfire, and today we're back in Space Engineers, as you can clearly see. And in the last episode, we finished off Buddy, which I still need to make a poll for, which, honestly, let me go ahead and make that now. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm back now, and I have a few name ideas already. We have keeping it pretty much the same. All right. So we have Bud apostrophe E, Tinker, AX-3L, PIP, or PIP, which means Personal Integrated Partner, Gimbal, Atlas Jr., if I cannot fall into a hole, Ash, Warden, Scrappy, and Beans, because why not? And honestly, I like the idea of screaming Beans. But right now, that is everything for, I'm going to keep calling him Buddy for now. The poll is on my Discord channel. It'll be up for the next 24 hours. A little bit less after this video goes live. But that is beside the point. That's still doing okay in air quotes. But let me go ahead and start working on my next project, which is all the way down over here. So you may be wondering what exactly I'm doing. Well, I am going to build myself a little personal transport vehicle that I'm mainly going to use for scouting, no real heavy duty. Or at least that's the hope. So let me go ahead and continue building. Alright. And I may see about making a couple of these to get a couple more companions. And I will go ahead throw these on recharge, because I know I'm going to want them recharging, at least while I build. And what are you missing? There we go. Alright, and honestly, I'm going to go ahead and vote, because I love the sound of beans, so I voted for beans. And you can see Buddy just up top, just floating around. Alright. So the idea with this rear segment is it's going to be a little bit thicker overall, so hang on. I will also Alright, there we go. Now, do I want to do a second smaller set? Not really. Let me see. Oh, Lord, I do not like that lag spike. I'm hoping that was nothing big, but with my luck, that was something absolutely massive just spawning in. Nope, that's end. That's a junction, which I should put right there. Should I? Probably. Especially considering I'm putting that there. Then a full beam block. I should use another T here, shouldn't I? Probably. Oh, my fuel's almost out. Beam T, there we go. And then let me go ahead and grab. Ah, yes, thank you for the warning. Now, do I want it to be hard curved, or... Yeah, I do like the sharp angles a little bit better. Alright. So this is going to be the main... The quote-unquote main frame. I need some interior plates. I'm surprisingly not all that hungry right now. It has been a decent minute since I've last ate, which is kind of surprising. Alright. So now, what I'm going to do is introduce... Or, not introduce, but I am going to start figuring out how I'm going to round it upward. Now that looks a little bit too sharp. This is probably where the round one is going to work perfectly. Yeah, that, I kind of saw that coming. Alright. So now, I'm going to basically replicate this, but in solid blocks instead. And again, this is solely meant for exploration. It's not meant for any combat or anything like that. Just pure exploration. And you may be wondering, how exactly is it going to move? Well, simplest way I can think that most hover-like or hover-style vehicles move, or long story short, it's going to use wheels that will have zero friction that are on legs. Basically, to keep it light, I also need the rounded slopes. Yep, that's the best bet I have, at least I think. Yep, alright. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I am back, and I just had the thought that reversing the beam blocks and I'm thinking that would look so much nicer. And got it. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Or I could just start over, which I'm going to do. Because honestly, I think it's a little bit too big right now. There we go. All right. I love it when stuff falls down there. No, I really, really don't. Okay. I'm debating on whether or not this thing should be armed, and I'm leaning towards it definitely should. But I don't want to go to my typical crux of, oh yeah, hey, let me make it only energy or only battery power. Oh, yeah, only energy weapons. Because don't get me wrong, energy weapons are nice. Energy weapons are pretty cool, but they get, I'll say, a little boring after a while. That's right, I'm pretty much out of fuel. O2. Let me go ahead and eat and produce a T2 hydrogen bottle. O2. There we go. Now I should be able to fly for significantly longer. There we go. Alright, so there is, or once that's done, that'll be all set. Perfect. Oh, hello. No, thank you. And it looks like I've already gotten 2 votes. And it looks like Reich, oh my god, has agreed with me that Beans is a good name, from what I can see so far. But there are still 23 hours left on it, and again, the Discord server is open to everyone. So let me go ahead and continue working. And honestly, I was attacked the other day with something having a 30 millimeter, not a 300, a 30 millimeter autocannon turret. But I am perfectly happy making a custom turret. And it uses small ports. Okay, I think I'm slowly getting more and more of an idea of what I want this system to look like. But it is definitely going to be armed. That's just Shift B. Oh lord. I'm down to 50% oxygen consumption. Okay. So I already know that I'm going to need a couple. Do I want... Hang on. Production. Assembler. Yep. 210, 76, 340, 250. So it would be under ammo. .300 or 30 millimeter standard ammo. That's magnesium and iron. Mag. Am I out of magnesium? I'm out of magnesium. Okay. Okay. But I'm pretty sure I see what it needs. CRAM. Okay. Plasma cannon. Oh, Lord. Okay. That's getting into stuff I'm nowhere near ready for. No, I'm not going to stop or drop everything again to just go grab some ammo. Because I really don't need to. And dear Lord, that was built very quick. Alright. So now off the back of this, I'm going to go ahead and put my battery. Alright. So I'm definitely thinking a more spider-like appearance. At least with this build. I'm going to make it have 8 or 6. Probably 8 legs to be safe. Alright. But as of right now, just basic armor should be fine. I'm not going to add too much detail because I don't need it right now. But I will definitely be adding more. But the idea I'm having so far is that the entire back section is going to be enclosed. Instead of you being on auto, you'll be on recharge. Then instead of it just sitting normal, or how it is currently, I'll bring it in by a block. I changed the color. And it looks like we already have our first separate vote. Or our first different vote. Wait, what am I doing? Normally a spider's abdomen is raised compared to the rest of its body. So, actually, this is fine. Alright, let me go ahead. Because I am missing a, or more, interior plates. And I can use this interior volume for something. Don't know what yet, but I know I can use it. Then I will do blocks here. So we have 1 for gimbal, 2 for beams. And then I'll drop it down by 1 more block. And honestly, I don't know why I'm trying to build this first when I should really build the body first. So let me switch focus yet again to focusing on the body, because I'm not focusing on that right now. But I definitely like the storage and the battery in the abdomen. Or at least I'm liking that idea so far. Alright. Add a piston head. There we go. Alright. So this is going to be very, very simple. It's going to be a block. Block, and then this seat does have something on the front and back. Good. Alright. Then I will go ahead and do a conveyor junction here. Oh, my jaw. And I'm in fact going to do a T-junction right there, because this one's going to go back. No, I'm going to keep this one. Then it's going to be this. But not that one specifically. And I like the idea that a T will come out here. Then do I want it to come straight up or go forward and then up? This is me just debating where I want those autocannons. Well, really, what I should be doing is figuring out, oh, hey, this is what I want the autocannons to look like first. But I'm not doing that. And I'm not sure why. And that is still more accessory stuff. I need to figure out main body first. So, with that with that proper philosophy, I'm thinking out to maybe here. Then probably just doing something simple to round off the front. Something probably just like this. And then does that work there? Not quite. So would this one work? Yeah, that works a little bit better. Alright. And that gives me room for a heads-up display if I so choose to have one. Which I probably will. Then in the front here, I can sneak, I'll say 2 small cargo containers, because that's really all that can fully fit there. Then, where is it? There it is. And I do want it to come out to about there, just to encompass the seat more. So what I will do... Honestly, hang on. Buddy! Where are you? What are you doing?
Meteor storm inbound.
You seem to be fine. I'll say 5. To be safe. Yeah, 5 should keep you fully safe and prevent you from smacking the ground anymore. Shock cannon turret.
Storm inbound.
Well, hey, this allows me to filter what guns do and don't work. Let's see here. I'm not using that one. Honestly, oh Lord. That one will not work because I do need the conveyor ports. Buggy, saddle, saddle again. Yeah, honestly, that one seems to be my best choice, so that's the one I'm going to go with. Oh, another Raider drop pod. Yay! So, instead of doing this bit, I'll do it at half height on those. Which means I need the half blocks here. There we go, yeah. Yep, that looks a little better. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked on detail work. So I'm thinking all... let me think. So my thought process is I will do 2 legs, probably back here, and then so 4 legs in the back, and then 2 in the very front. Probably something like that. Ooh, my hand was going numb when I... Alright. But I do have an idea that I'm thinking will work. And which way do I have negative? So on the back 2, it is towards the center. It's towards the center, period. Okay. So then all of these are going to have hinges that allow them to bend upward. This is just, to put it simply, more... It's kind of basic framing, but a little bit less than just purely basic. So now, let me see. What angle do I like, or would I like these to sit at? I kind of like the way that looks. Then have it probably come up by maybe 2 blocks. So if I'm doing that, then this definitely needs to be a lesser angle. Let me look at something really quick. Where? I am drawing inspiration from probably one of the better known mech builders named Dread Mechanic. Oh my lord, all of his mechs are so nice. And I honestly just love all of his stuff. And I'm currently trying to find... It's not that one. It's this one. So, how did you do... Oh, I see. Okay. So... Okay. Honestly, yeah. So what Dread Mechanic did was he didn't use any horizontal, at least not for the basic, or not on the basic joints, which the more I think about it, makes a lot more sense. No matter how much I don't want to admit it, it does make immense sense. So, honestly here, what I'm thinking is I can probably get away with beam blocks. Oh, well, if it's the beam block end, then I'm going to want to rotate these 180, just like so. Yep. Alright, there we go, yep. That looks a lot better. Then, back here... And then one more. Yeah, one more. So now these two, the two rearmost ones, will have their lower limits hard set at 90. Then I'm thinking they will be off. So that way they can move a little bit more freely. I've made a mistake. Oh no. Toolbar config. And there goes the hinge part rolling. Yay! I'm surprised I got it in one. Alright, there's that. Okay. So these are probably going to be limited at 45 degrees. I'll say like 55. Alright, give me one moment. I'll be right back. So sorry. Alright, so I'm back. And I was wondering why I got a message. And apparently, one of the guys I play with frequently, just not on the channel, or play with frequently. I don't play with him frequently on the channel. I probably should see about doing that. Also voted for beans. So yeah, 55-55. Okay, I do like that so far. Then the front ones, these are going to be probably be the easiest ones. Because I don't want them lower than 0. But I don't think I quite want them at 90 either. No, I really don't. So you're going to be limited from 90 to 45. I'll say 65. And honestly, 0 seems a little bit short. So I'll say 20. So that way it doesn't have completely free range, but it does have some limitations still. Oh, Lord. Something got unhappy. Alright. So there are all of those set up. These have been 0 to 55, 0 to 55. Now, these are going to be the fun part. What do I even want you to be set at? Maybe negative 45 to 45? I know that's above 45. Or was. Ew, wait. That's right. Copy settings. Copy all. Alright. So now. So while you are all the way... I liked that. I'll say maybe 15. Copy all. Copy settings. Paste. There we go. Yes, I know they all need braking torque. They're all going to get it. Or get something. They just don't have it yet. Okay, and I need to sit down because I'm low on power. And I'm getting a little hungry. Alright, now time to start designing the legs. Which this I am comfortable using heavy armor for. Which... Mech Bay builders, turn off please while I design this part. So that means I need... Honestly, I should just have a row of light and then heavy armor. More stuff must have just spawned. Heavy armor block. Because I do want this to have pretty good clearance. Helps if I have more steel plate. Alright. Steel plate, and there we go. So now, the way this is going to work is it's going to use wheels without friction. Now the only question is, do I have... do I want to use the off-road or do I want to use the basic? I'm not sure. Alright. So, off-road suspension, or... Honestly, I like the way the off-road looks, so off-road. So this is the left. So I'm going to keep the left on the left, and the yellow part goes up, right? That is way too big. Wow. The extra grinding speed is nice and is terrifying. Alright. 3x3, 2x2. 1x1. Yep. So it's 1x1s I need. And honestly, what I think I'm going to do is leave all of these on with very low torque, like 100 meganewtons, with a lower positive. And I'm thinking it should be low enough for me to move it without the entire thing shaking. That looks about good. Copy settings, paste. Then you're going to get, these two are going to get the same exact treatment. Two. And I accidentally messed up. Copy settings. Paste. There we go. Yep. And then this one I will want sitting about there. So that is what? A slightly positive RPM on with a, what did I say? Torque of 30. Alright. So then this is the fun part. These all get, pretty simply, the same exact settings. I'm thinking, what, maybe 25 degrees? Maybe? I'll say 35. With a slightly positive RPM. Copy settings, copy all. Copy settings, paste. Copy settings, paste. Copy settings, paste. And then last but not least, and paste. There we go. All right. So that is a majority of the body done. Oh. Paste on you as well. But unfortunately, I'm out of time, or I'm not done recording tonight, but I am out of time for the current moment. But I will be back within, I'll say, like 2 hours-ish. So I will see you all in a little while. Bye for now. Alright, I'm back, and I've put some leg armor on it. So let me go ahead and go with the Mech Bay builders, turn them on. And then just extend this all the way up. Just simply to get a rough idea of how everything's working. So not great is what I'm saying. Okay. And those all are also the left suspension. I want them all to be right hand. And then also, as far as the poll is concerned, as of right now, it looks like Beans is going to win. Which I don't know if I should be heavily excited or concerned about. I am going to choose excited, but I think I should be a little bit of both. And of course, the wheels don't want to build build properly. But to be fair, with that style of armor, these are the 3x3s, aren't they? Yep. That would fully explain why the wheels were not added. Ooh, that's fun. Clanging Gremlin. There we go. There we go. That looks a lot nicer. And I'm just getting this armor placed for a little bit of proof of concept. Now we lower it down. Okay, so this is working a little bit closer to what I want. It could probably be just due to how soft the suspension is, which that can be relatively easily fixed. As I bump the entire craft, causing it to wiggle. And let me go ahead and toughen up that suspension. No power and no friction. And then copy all but name. And then last but not least, and it seems to work exactly how I want. Perfect. That's very exciting for me. All right. So now the fun bit of adding the abdomen, which I will do a little bit of shaping here to make it look a little bit nicer and flow up better. But my idea is kind of simple, but it should look really nice. So the first thing I need to do, though, is add one of those, then a hinge, not that size, that size, there we go. Then make sure your lower limit is set at 0, if not higher. Then let me aim you up some. Yeah, that's good enough. Now, the tricky part. I don't want to, but I'm going to use creative mode for this. But I will get this placed and built. So that way, I'm not creating new materials. I'm using pre-existing. 2. Never mind. I will not be doing that because I can't. But what I will do, I don't think this will work because this is going to be placed, what, dead center? Yes, dead center. That's not what I want or need. So, disable creative mode tools. So, how would I go about connecting this? You know what? Easiest way I can think of right off the top of my head probably isn't the easiest way. Turn it into a micro drone, at least temporarily. Oof. Alright. So, you may be wondering what exactly I'm doing. Well, you'll see here in just a second. I'll take it. Oh, that means all my buffs are gone. Oh, man. But my buffs. I liked those buffs.
Energy low.
Fine, I'll take it. It's not like I fully have that much of a choice. Oh well. Now I need to grab all my tools. Nope. I'll say like 20. Oh, not 256. 25 of them, please. Then 02. There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. So now this is all going to be temporary hardware, so it does not need to look good. But I do need steel plate. And again, I don't need those massive ones. There. That's just for now, so it doesn't drain all of its battery. So then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that. I might need to extend it out a little bit more, but we'll have to wait and see for that. And then I need a gyroscope. Or a gyroscope and a seat. Those are the last two things. There. This should hopefully be enough in terms of lift. There we go. Helps if I'm fully level. Now, fingers crossed, Clang doesn't try anything. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And I got it on somehow. Alright. I don't want thrusters. Don't want that. Don't want that. There. Alright, there's all that. So then you should really be closer to, what, maybe 45 due to the lakes? I'll say 35, and then go ahead and reverse all of these. Just to see how everything sits. .38 looks to be about the limit it can handle, so that should be okay. So now what I'm going to do is place thrusters and some gyros. Like, I see a perfect spot for a gyro right in here. So there's a gyroscope. Right on the nose here will be a thruster. And then I'll probably want maybe one or two thrusters, one on each side. Then I'll probably figure something out like right there. These are all temporary, or Oh, my lord. Dear God. Okay. There. And it stopped panicking. I think. For now. That's what I'll say. It stopped freaking out for now. One there, and then I'll start just simply to get it off the lift. I'll put that there. So I have a gyroscope, I have a battery, I have, I think, everything I need. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. So these joints... Alright, what I will do is go ahead. Helps if the battery's on. Helps if I actually copy the settings. So it looks like it can manage it at about what? I'll say maybe 30. Helps when it's 30,000. Alright, apparently I just did not copy the name. Got it. Copy settings. Copy. Nah. I'll just type in 30,000 on each one. That might be quicker. And I'm getting hungry, so snack time, and now continuing. All right. So 30,000 don't, or 3, yeah, 30,000 doesn't seem to be enough, so how about 50? There we go. Oh, the lag. Ooh, Kate. Okay, so that didn't work out quite right, but if I were to try going like this. Okay, I'm almost able to make it all the way up. Assuming I don't break stuff. Come on. Woo. Oh lord, this is too good. Okay, so it looks like hinge 2, all of these need to have maybe 60,000. Honestly, what I need is more forward thrust. I can already see that. So, let me go ahead and take care of that so I can get this thing outside. That's really my main goal right now, is just leaving the base. I did not leave myself much room, did I? Well, that's fine. Please tell me that's enough.
Meteor storm inbound.
I am moving! Oh my lord, this is amazing. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We're unfortunately at the bottom of the hill. But that should be alright. Ooh, boy. Okay, the wheels need, like... They need maybe... What, 1%? Maybe 2%? There we go. Yeah, this is acting more like the suspension I was hoping it would properly act like. I have an hour of power. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, hey, at least I'm making it. This thing is so dumb, but so cool. Oh, my Lord. To think I've made a spider that does a little bit of what spiders do. But it does not do it well. Or it doesn't do it too well. Oh, my Lord, open grass. Where's Buddy? What's he doing just sitting over there? Is that Buddy? That is, yeah. So why is he just floating there menacingly? Oh, probably because I perished. Alright. Well, hey. We finally have a mech or a proper vehicle that loves to lay down. I need to fix that. Okay, hang on. Hinge. $38,000. Yes, it'll lay down, but it will also stand back up. Now, my biggest question is, will the back wheels still hold it up even if not all of them are touching? Or will they bend to try to touching? I'm probably not going to find out on the planes due to how flat it is. But hey, now we have a proper scouting vehicle. Ish. It works. Buddy seems to be, or Buddy potentially soon to be Beans, seems to be doing pretty good. So overall, I would call today a success. We have a brand new vehicle that works shockingly well. But what I'm not done building it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it back down. This is going to be the fun part, I'll say. And from what I can tell, yeah, the wheels seem to be acting perfectly. Yeah, they seem to be doing perfectly as suspension. The whole front end laying down, though, that is concerning me a little bit, but other than that, everything seems to be doing fine. Alright. Oh, Lord. Alright, but unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today's episode, so I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that amazing stuff, and I will see all of you in the next episode. Bye, guys.